I'm joined today by Alexandra Knight, Technical Director at Amey Strategic Consulting. Hi, Alexandra.
Hi, Lucy.
Now, I believe you were a student at Brunel.
Yes, I did mechanical engineering at Brunel 20 odd years ago now. So I did the thin sandwich course then. So it was 2 6-month placements, and I did a BEng in mechanical engineering.
Could you explain a little bit about what you do now at Amey, please?
Yeah, so now I'm a technical director at Amey Strategic Consulting. Amey is a large civil engineering firm. We employ about 17,000 people doing all sorts of things, from running energy from waste plants through to improving our highways, improving our railways, and projects that I'm particularly involved with are defence and also bridges.
So in Amey, their corporate social responsibility is obviously quite important. Can you explain a bit about what you do with that, please?
Sure, yeah. So in Amey, as I mentioned, we're a large company, and I think any company, but particularly companies of large size, have a real responsibility when it comes to corporate social outreach, corporate social value. And we make sure that, we have full-time members of staff in charge of looking after our corporate social responsibility. So for us, that means a whole host of things. It means that we, first and foremost, look after our people. We also look after the communities that we serve. And as I mentioned, Amey is a large company, so we're involved in, communities all across the UK, even to sort of bin men and people collecting waste, and cleaners, people who work in prisons. So it's really a whole host of different services that Amey provides. So we have to make sure that we are doing the right thing in terms of the people and the communities we serve. And also, it means more than just that. It's more than just what we're doing today. It's what we are planning to do in the future, and how we are developing or opening up opportunities, I suppose, for next generations to get into industries like ours in engineering. So things like outreach in schools, working with charities, making sure that we are working sustainably. So making sure everything we do is cognizant of our carbon footprint and how we may be impacting the environment. So it really covers a lot of elements. And one of the things we've done over the last year or so is looking at how our all of our values, including our social values, align with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So we did a study where we looked at all of the goals and which ones particularly align with us in Amey. And then our social value plan is all around how we incorporate those UN SDGs in our work, and how we make sure that what we're doing is delivering maximum value to our people and the communities we serve.
So you actually have a plan that you're following just to make sure that you're doing all these things?
Exactly, yeah. We have a social value plan, and that also connects into other plans that we have at Amey, like our diversity and inclusion plan, how we work with charities, making sure that, as a large organisation, we have a huge force, I suppose, of labour, of effort that can support charities. So fundraising we do. We all have a community day that we can use each year, which is a day of paid work that we can go out and do work in the community. And in the past, that could have been absolutely anything from beach cleaning to helping out in a food bank. And now what we're trying to do is think, we've got this huge resource. How do we have greater impact if we align that effort? So now we are going through an exercise of choosing the charity that's going to be our corporate charity that we will support, and everybody's efforts in the whole of the company will go towards supporting this charity so that we can really maximise our impact.
So that's great. So not only have you got a team specifically looking at the corporate social responsibility within the company, but actually that's trickling down to every individual that's there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I think, how you have more impact and how you make a bigger difference is by aligning these efforts. And I think it also helps with that feeling of inclusion in our organisation as well, because we're all working towards a common goal.
Yeah.
And we can really, in all the different communities and all the different geographical locations where we're based around the UK, we all know that we are supporting a particular cause. And, you know, it's great for sharing good stories in the company and improving motivation and that feel-good factor. But we know that what we're doing, as well as working for Amey and making money for Amey, we're actually doing something more broadly for the community.
That sounds great. Thanks very much, Alexandra.
Thanks, Lucy.